The drill we're going to demonstrate for you here is called +5, -5. And this is probably hands down my favorite point scenario competitive drill of all time, either for singles or for doubles. I like it so much because it really promotes a lot of awareness of how aggressively you're trying to hit the ball and also what phase of play you're in, neutral, defensive, or offensive. So the rules go like this. Ira's on the baseline over on the other side in the middle. We're going to take turns feeding to each other. Doesn't really matter much who begins to feed because we're both gentlemen, and we'll play the first ball, well, maybe. And we'll play the first ball right back down the middle. So start off with a courteous shot, courteous first ball. And once that point begins, you're going to keep track of whether or not you're forcing an error, you hit a winner, or you hit an unforced error. So this is really going to help your awareness of the position you're in and whether or not you're trying for the appropriate shot. So if you hit a clean winner, if Ira hits a ball on me that bounces twice and I don't even touch it, it's worth 2 points for him. If he hits a shot that is really, really good and I get to it and touch it, but I miss because he pressured me, that would be a forced error on me, then that's +1 point for him, +1 point. 2 points for a winner, 1 point for forcing an error, and it's -1 if Ira just misses of his own accord. Like, I didn't force him to mess up, he just made a mistake. It was his fault, that's -1 point. So we're gonna play until one of us gets to +5 points or one of us gets to -5 points. So if Ira makes 5 unforced errors in a row, I win the game. If I hit 2 winners and then force an error, then I'm at +5 and I win the game. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll play a couple of points here. We'll talk you through it so that you get the idea. It takes a little bit more thinking than your average game up to 10 on the baseline, but that's kind of the point. It's really going to help you be more aware of what you're doing during your points. Ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go. So that was an unforced error from Ira. I didn't really pressure him, didn't hit a spectacular shot. So the score is 0 to -1. 0 -1. Nope. Another unforced error from Ira. So 0 -2. 0 -2. And an unforced error from me. So the score is now -1, -2. I'm in the lead, as it were. Forced or unforced?
Forced.
Okay, so this is where the game gets interesting. I hit a shot that it didn't look extremely impressive, but I landed it on the baseline. And so I actually ended up forcing Ira into making a mistake. So I gain a point for that. So at this point in time, the score would be 0 to -2. So these points can go back and forth, back and forth. Ira and I have had games that have lasted 20, probably 30 minutes. And it's kind of a tug of war back and forth to see who can play the higher quality of points. That's the key here. If you just go slapping after shots, then it's going to be over in a hurry. And this game's a lot of fun. Last thing I'll say is it's not easy to finish at +5. It's a little bit deceptive in that way. Ira and I have played this a whole lot. We've only had a handful of games that have finished at +5. It's not easy to go for forcing shots while also maintaining a high level of consistency. So use this game to expand your awareness of the shot selections you're using, increase your consistency, and play smarter points. Have fun.